Since I've been alive, has felt like I've been fighting a war to stay alive. It's basically how I'm going to go through the next day and just be okay to see the next day again. Because from experience, from people and everything, people like me tend to die every day.
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks or so, I lost a friend of mine. She just graduated. She died from this sickness too. My sister died from it. So I think every sickle cell person's mind is, will I survive
Your
tomorrow?
sister died as well.
Yes, my baby sister, she died from it 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yes. So it's more of, how will I survive today? Will I be okay? Will I live to see tomorrow? That's one thing that is always on my mind. Like, I have dreams, I have plans, but will I be able to bring those dreams and plans to pass? Will I be able to, would, because it's very easy to hear, oh, she just had that chest and she just died.
Yeah.
Among us, it's a normal thing. Like, what killed my friend? Simple kidney failure. She just died. So it's more of, God, please, let me see tomorrow. Let me see next tomorrow. Because you never know what might happen to you. It's like you are living on the edge of life. You could just fall off and you're no longer there anymore. So every night, what's on my mind is, God, give me the strength, give me the the courage to see the next day.
Yeah.
People like me, we don't have help anywhere. It's almost like we are alone. People just don't notice us. Like, there's no platform that, because I have been searching for help for a very long time, trying to see how I can help myself get better and everything. I noticed that I've written letters, I've sent emails, there's nothing I've done fundraisers, there's nothing I don't think I've not done to get help in this life.
Hello there. Welcome to another inspiring episode of Tell Them Stories. In Tell Them Stories, we tell unique, inspiring, and heartfelt stories. Before I introduce you to my guest, I have one important question to ask you. Have you subscribed? If you haven't, please subscribe to Tell Them Stories. Like our channel, comment, and tell us how we feel. All right, so today I have with me in the studio someone very unique, very special. I tell you, you cannot be prepared for what you're about to hear today. So, permit me to introduce to you Annabelle. Annabelle is a sickle cell patient that has managed to soar through life despite the stigmatization that follows sickle cell anemia. So, Annabelle,
Good morning.
good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Welcome to Tell Them Stories.
Thank you very much.
All right. So, I was going to ask you how you feel.
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling all right.
You feel all right?
Yeah.
How do you feel being in Tell Them Stories today?
I feel like it's an opportunity for me to tell my story and share with people my experience.
So you mentioned earlier that part of the reasons why you agreed to come here is because you wanted to seek for help.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that briefly, please?
Okay. Not just only am I a sickle cell patient, I'm also someone who fends for herself. Like, I work and school, so with all the medical bills, buying of drugs, there are things that I can't just afford. So that's why I'm asking for assistance from the general public.
All right, so we'll get there shortly.
No problem.
And before we get there, can you let us in on your childhood? What was growing up like for you as a sickle cell patient?
Okay. I think I it was quite painful because normally in sickle cell we have low spectrum and high spectrum.
First of all, how did you become sickle cell? Was your parents?
My parents my mom and dad were both AS, so that's what, yeah, they got married and that was how I came about. So from a very tender age of 2, I had already started showing symptoms So when I could remember, from when I was like 4 years old, it thought I started getting bad, swollen hands, swollen feet. Then progressing on in life, I became so very weak. It was so bad that I couldn't attend primary school because I was always there. Are times that 6 months I won't be well. I'll be paralyzed. I can't use my legs. I can't use my hands. Anything. I'll be in bed for a very long time, and it was quite draining for my mom. So growing up, I didn't have a normal childhood, like normal going to school,
Like
having
every other.
friends, all these kind of things. I was always indoors.
Mm.
It was when I was getting to like 12 years old, 13, my body started adjusting a bit, but the pains were still there. I was always having those crises. It was hard for me to skate through secondary school because I'm in school 1 week, the next week I'm not in school again. That was how I finished secondary school. 1 week in, 1 week out, 1 week in, 1 week out. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to stay a month in school.
Hmm.
Stuff like that.
With all of those, what was your academic performance like?
Normally, it's like a gift from God. Almost all sickle cell children are very brilliant. I didn't have any issues
Wow.
in school, like catching up in whatever they were teaching me or whatever. In fact, my grades were one of the best in the class of 70. I went to a Catholic school. My grades were they come as sixth, seventh, all those kind of things, despite me not being in class or things like that. So it's never really affected my understanding of book or anything. I was always very, very, I grabbed my academics quite well. I didn't have issues. What I had issues with was socializing,
Visualization.
socialization, because I
Yes.
wasn't used to being around people. At some point, people would laugh at me and say, "Ah, can't you talk properly? Don't you know how to express emotions? Like, your face is always blank.
Hmm.
Like, can't you, like, or if they ask me a question, my voice will be so tiny that they can't hear me. Like, ah, speak louder. I hear a mosquito. Talk louder." Like, I was always teased for being timid and shy because I didn't know how to socialize with people and stuff like that. But after like 3 years, when I was in SS, I was getting better at it. I was able to make friends, but the self esteem did not just like go up immediately. It was still very down. That was one of my issues in school. I had low self esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I had to battle with. It was hard communicating with people because most times people will not understand what I was going through and stuff like that. So they just use it to bash me, like say anything. They just say anything they want to say about me. Like, ah, she's emotionless. She cannot do this. Ah,
Yeah.
she does not even participate in this. She's always forming as if she's all those kind of things.
So how did you manage all of those at that time? Before we come to your adults, like how did you manage that as a child, going through mental and emotional trauma as a child? How did you
Crying. I was known as a crybaby
Oh,
in
wow.
class. If anything, because if anything, growing up as a child, my dad never gave me that opportunity to express myself, even when I'm in pain. He always had his way of shutting me up. So the only way I knew how to express discomfort or pain or anything or relieve myself was to cry.
Mm.
I could stand in the middle of the road and start crying. That was it. That was what I was doing. If any little thing that makes me feel sad, the emotional turmoil becomes too much, or the mental strain, I burst into tears.
Let's come back to your health a little bit. You talked about crisis and crisis management
Yeah.
earlier. I asked you a question earlier too. Can you describe the pain of sickle cell? What does it feel like?
What does it feel like? Ah, I don't know if anybody has ever had. I tried. It's that joint pain that you need to take ibuprofen for. Your leg will be aching. You are like, ah, you can't walk. Now imagine that times 10
Mm.
and all over your body. like that aching feeling that you are trying to take that ibuprofen to soothe for you. Now imagine that all over your body, or imagine like electricity passing through under your skin, and not in a good way, but in a like burning sensation, like it's burning through your skin. It's terrible. If you were to take the medical part, most doctor would tell you that, oh, the pain is equivalent to labor pain. That's why you could see a matured man that has it crying and rolling on the floor. You'd be like, ah, why you baby like a baby? The pain is that bad. It's not something that you can bear and be sane about it. It makes you go mad. Sometimes you would want to curse God. You want to just okay, what's the need? Just take me. If this is the kind of pain I'm going to be going through, just take. I cannot bear it anymore. That's how bad.
Let me cut you right there. Were there times you actually had that thought to curse God?
Many times.
Many times. Can you walk us through that?
Many times, growing up as a child, I kept asking God, like, what did I do to deserve it? Is it that you hate me so much that you gave me this kind of painful disease? You are not able to do anything. Do you know that you are jealous of everybody? Even people you are not supposed to be jealous of, you are jealous of them because you can't do anything. They are better. In a way, everybody is better than you. Every other person is better than you. You can't run. You can't play. You can't do a lot of things. So it's very easy to just be in that state and just be like, God, I hate you. It's very easy because you feel so useless, you feel so helpless. You just sit down. It's like you are in a cage with windows and you're looking at other people, but you can't move. You're just there looking at them, living their life, people pursuing their. You might have one insane dream. Maybe you wanted to come play basketball. Come and try it now. That kind of thing. You just feel useless. You just be like, so why am I living this life?
So you have to consider your health before you do anything.
Anything.
All right. So I was going to ask you about what was your turning point, but before we get to that, what was the place of your family in the middle of all of this?
I think the only person that I ever felt was important to me in my entire family was my mom.
Mm.
The rest people, nah. When my mom died, I lost it all. I lost that comfort. I lost the person that actually loved me.
How old were you when you lost your mother?
I was 15.
15.
Yeah, when I lost my mom. Like, I lost everything when she died. My dad normally was never been the, oh, loving type. He has always been the negligent type of person.
Hmm.
So I was never close to my dad. I had no business with my father. It was always my mom. My mom was the one that could turn heaven and earth for me and my siblings. But when she died, we lost that love. We lost that care. In fact, our life became miserable when she was gone, because there was nobody to care for us. There was nobody to love us. There was nobody to keep us safe from whatever the wicked, like say wicked world has to offer us. There was no any, there was, at that point there was no any sort of protection anymore. It was just like we just left to wolves.
Not even from extended family.
So those were even the wolves.
Okay, can you walk us through the worst?
The worst of them all will be my grandmom.
Okay.
That's my dad's mother. In fact, the two of them, both my mom's mom and my dad's mom, the two of them, they were the worst. My mom's mom tried fighting with us the day we came to bury our mom. In fact, she sent people to use cutlass to chase us from the burial ground and everything. It was terrible.
But why did she do that?
She was like, we're the one that killed our daughter. It was our fault that our daughter died.
Why would she think such a thing?
I think before we were born, I think the two families had issues that it actually does not concern us, but we were brought into the middle of it.
Oh, wow.
So it was not like our problem, and I'm the one that looks like my mom the most. So you can imagine the channeling of the hatred was mostly towards me. So my dad's mom, that one, I stayed with her for like 5 to 4 years or so. It was the worst time of my life. insults, belittling, punishment, starvation, anything you want to think about, she does it.
Despite your condition.
Even because of my condition. There was a day I was conversing and she used broom to beat me up. And there was another time I was very, very sick. I went to her room to ask her for help. She refused to open her door. What she told me was that whether I saw myself as a human being, and she was like, it's like you don't understand how much I hate you. Like, leave my
Literally,
door.
outrightly.
Yes, outrightly. When there was a time that this my leg newly happened to me, and she literally told me that if I would actually stand as a human being, like call myself a human being, standing in front of other people, and I would say that I can't myself join, that kind of thing.
Coming
So
from your grandmother.
my grandmother, she found every little thing to punish, beat me up, just anything to just spite me and my siblings. Anything.
I thought I was strong, but I just realized you are a superwoman. Honestly, you are strong. You are strong. So you talked about moments where you thought about suicide and you attempted suicide. Can you walk us through all of those
Yeah,
periods?
that was when I got into school in 100 level. I I found out that my dad could not afford my fees, and things were going to be hard for me. So the first thing I did was to get a job. Then I found a place to stay. So in the process of working, got leg ulcer from it. It was from working for
Adding
some.
to your current
Yes, it
state.
got very bad. Like
I can see
almost,
the scar.
yeah, almost half of my leg was. You could see my flesh, my bones, and everything. I was basically carrying a huge bandage everywhere I go. If anywhere I move, you perceive this decaying odor from my leg, water, everything dripping out. It was bad, very bad. The worst part was that inside of that one, my dad abandoned me again, and I had trouble. I didn't have money to dress the leg. I didn't have money to
He
eat.
abandoned you again. Was there a first abandonment?
Yes, the
Oh,
first abandonment was when I entered school. He didn't ask me where I was going to stay. He just left me to do whatever I want to do. He didn't even ask me, "Oh, Annabelle, are you feeding?" He didn't like that was the first abandonment. When this leg happened to me, it was forced to take me to the hospital. After I was out of the hospital, disappeared again. Disappeared again. He could not like help me continue taking care of the leg and everything. So I had to start walking again in that same place, trying my best. I got frustrated. It was too much for me. The pain was too much. I was having crises because my body was kept having infections. So I keep falling sick, money and everything.
more constantly than usual.
Yeah, more constantly than usual. So I got tired. I tried the first time, I didn't go through with it. I tried the second time, I didn't go through with it. I
You
stopped
tried to commit suicide
once.
once. Why did you? What stopped you from going through with it the
I
first
was
time?
like, okay, this is not the solution. I can't do it.
You made that conclusion
Show me that
yourself.
conclusion myself. I was
That's
like, okay,
nice.
let me continue. Let me try again. It did not work. I came back to that same point again of being depressed and being tired. I wanted to commit suicide again. I was like, okay, Annabelle, calm down. Just try again. When I tried again the third time, things even got worse. They started asking me for school fees. I could not write the exam. Many things. I just like, okay, don't do. I need to grab my snapper.
Hold on, before we get to the third part, the third one, I'm trying to navigate or understand the fact that despite everything you were going through, you found a way to talk to yourself.
Yes,
You
because
found a way to advise yourself in the middle of all of those.
because at some point I was the only one with myself and myself alone. My siblings were, I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest, so my siblings cannot even advise me. My friends, were not even in school then, so I was pretty much with strangers that don't know me that well. So I had to find a way to talk to myself. After how much complaining, I'll talk to myself. I'll be like, okay, Annabelle, calm down. Let us try this. So I do that a lot. Even till now, I still do it. But that third time was the last straw for me. I felt alone. I felt helpless. In fact, things were just going wrong, left, right, center. I didn't even know how to gather myself again. There are some points when you will fall down. You can't pick yourself up.
Yeah.
You need somebody to pick you up.
Yes.
I was at that point where I needed somebody to pick me up. There was nothing I can say to myself again to
Right.
pick myself up.
When was this?
This was 2019. I got admission 2018 into university. I started 2019. This was my 100 level. That was when semester was actually 6 months and everything. Okay. So I could not pick
Talk to
myself
yourself again.
again. It was too much for me to bear because they were telling me school fees, they were telling me this, they were telling me that. Where
Considering your health.
health and everything, I was sick. Where do I want to start from? Who do I want to go and meet? I was just like, okay, I'm done. I bought sniper. The person I was staying with saw it and like, thank God you just know say I need sniper for this room. Cockroach. She thought I wanted to use to kick cockroach. I was just looking at her like if only you knew. I bought it and I was planning to do it like maybe 2 days later after getting something sorted out. In the compound I was staying, there was a guy that was staying there. I don't talk to anybody in the compound. I don't even know that guy existed. He came looking for me one evening. He was like, is there somebody called Anabe? We're like, and I was sitting outside. So the person I was there was like, see her here now. Like, please, can I talk to you? We're like, okay, no wahala. Came and was like, why do you want to commit suicide? I
Hi.
was so shocked. And like
Hi.
for the past 3 weeks, God has been disturbing me and been telling me that there's somebody in this company named Annabelle. She wants to commit suicide. Go and meet her. Tell her not to try. Tell her I said she should not try it.
And that was the point you thought God did not care about you.
Yes.
Hi.
That was the point I thought that because at that point I was like, it does not talk to me, nothing happens. And also, because of my background, I didn't really believe in God that much. I felt like nothing, it didn't exist because had my family has strong background in church and everything, but that's not important. And
So at that point, when you heard that message from God through a man, what came to your mind?
I was like, that was the first thing that came to my mind was, so that was what it took you to finally talk, Abby. No, that was what it took you. Okay, I should have died first for you finally know that, okay, you will know that you will talk to me and tell me that you exist or you care for me. Like, nice one, because I'm very stubborn when it
Or
comes
you
to,
felt love?
like, yeah, like, nice one, nice one. You're not like, yeah, come, let me, he started coaching, he started talking to me, and I'm like, and God does not hate you. In fact, he loves you very much. I was like, I thought he hated me because guy has been quiet since. So the guy was not laughing. That he was the one that started teaching me about God and everything.
Right.
That was how I started my journey with God.
God bless that young man.
That was just basically it.
Okay. I'm trying to understand and comprehend the kind of superwoman I'm sitting before to right this minute. So I just have another question for you. Considering the stigmatization and the misconception of sickle cell patients, most people believe that sickle cell rather is a death sentence. Some believe that if a sickle cell person, you are a witch, like you said, from your
Yeah.
grandmother and all of those things. So tell me, how do you sleep at night? What comes to your mind before you go to bed every night?
What comes to my mind every night before going to bed is basically how I'm going to survive the next day. Because it's since I've been alive, it has felt like I've been fighting a war to stay alive. It's basically how I'm going to go through the next day and just be okay to see the next day again. Because from experience, from people and everything, people like me tend to die every day.
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks or so, I lost a friend of mine. She just graduated. She died from this sickness too. My sister died from it. So I think every sickle cell person's mind is, will I survive
Your
tomorrow?
sister died as well
Yes, my baby sister, she died from it 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yes, so it's more of how will I survive today? Will I be okay? Will I live to see tomorrow? That's one thing that is always on my mind. Like, I have dreams, I have plans, but will I be able to bring those dreams and plans to pass? Will I be able to, would, because it's very easy to hear, oh, she just had her chest and she just died.
Yeah.
Among us, it's a normal thing. Like, what killed my friend? Simple kidney failure. She just died. So it's more of, God, please, let me see tomorrow. Let me see next tomorrow. Because you never know what might happen to you. It's like you are living on the edge of life. You could just fall off and you're no longer there anymore. So every night, what's on my mind is, God, give me the strength, give me the the courage to see the next day.
Yeah. I'm so glad God is so intentional about you. Despite all of what has happened, He's so intentional about you, my dear. I can't tell you that for a fact. All right, so let's talk about morning. When you wake up in the morning, what keeps you going? What drives you? Despite the fact that you know when you wake up in the morning, you are going to go through this pain and that pain, that. I'm
What keeps
sorry.
me going is my vision
Your
and
vision.
my dream.
Share with us a little bit about that.
Okay, growing up as a child, I never wanted a normal life, honestly speaking. I didn't want the, go to school, get married. That's all, get a normal job. I wanted to build an empire. Like, I wanted to own businesses. I want to build hospitals that help people like us. I want to have platforms that people like me can get help easily. Because going through this immense pain and torture has showed me that more people like me, we don't have help anywhere. It's almost like we are alone. People just don't notice us. Like, there's no platform that, because I have been searching for help for a very long time, trying to see how I can help myself get
Yes.
better and everything. I noticed that I've written letters, I've sent emails, I've done, there's nothing, I've done fundraisers, there's nothing I don't think I've not done to get help in this life. I have worked jobs that somebody like me is never supposed to do. I don't think I want other people to go through that pain. I want to help people before they'll start going through that pain. I want a foundation, an organization that seeks out people like me that need help, train them in school, give them that life that they dream of, because I've been through a lot of pain. And I don't think I want to see another person in pain. That's what keeps me going every day. Whenever I think of that dream of helping people, like being somebody that is able to wipe away tears
Yeah.
and pain from people's faces, it's what keeps me going every day, because I have been there.
Yeah. I'm looking at you now and I'm wrapping it. I'm trying to wrap things around my head. How a little child with that kind of condition could still have a vision for life. I tell you, there are so many people who are normal and yet they do not have visions for their life. It's really inspiring. And the fact that you still understand that irrespective of everything that is happening, there is hope. It's inspiring. Let's talk about help, seeking for help. You talked about reaching out to a radio station that defrauded you
Yeah, I reached out to this radio station last year because I was
last year.
looking for help. They told me to go bring 1.5 million to do EBT, that's blood strength transfusion, because my blood keep breaking down and destroying in my body. So I went to the man. I went to the man like 4 times. I did 4 different shows with the man. A lot of people called, but there was this particular one that was so prominent. The commissioner of police called and said he was going to send something through him and he would give it to me. I was like, okay, no problem. Then when I actually needed it, I had called him. I thought that at least by the time I gave him like 3 to 4 days, you would have been able to get everything.
Yeah.
He told me to go meet my father. He told me that he does not have anything to give me.
Hmm.
After going there like 4 times, he just dismissed me so easily. That was one of the places I got help. Then I tried contacting all these TikTok influencers that say that they help people.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I was ignored. I wrote emails to prominent organizations, wrote formal letters, informal letters, did everything. I still got no reply. That's how I knew that, okay, that's when it became part of my dream to actually own a platform that helps people, because I noticed that the platforms like that don't really exist. Or even though they exist, they are rare.
All right. So at this point, we can only hope and trust God for help to come through this platform. All right. Let's talk about our health system in this country.
My number one problem with the health system is NHIS. I don't know the use of that organization. It's almost practically capital letter useless. How can you not update your price list for 10 years? Paracetamol is no longer 10 naira. Paracetamol is freaking 300 naira. Imagine, I can't, like, since I've been needing to go to UBCH to get at least blood transfusion, some medical health care, but I can't go because if you go there, I don't have the money to actually foot the bills.
NHIS is not helping.
It's not helping because the former list says paracetamol is 10 naira, but paracetamol is 300 naira. How much difference am I paying? That's 290. So what's not the help? Almost since last year, I've been avoiding going to the hospital.
Have you been coping?
I've been going to pharmacies, trying to do different type of. I've been self-medicating a lot because going to the hospital is not affordable. I know I'm a student and I have right to NHIS. That's why it's my problem. It's useless to me. The last time I was in the hospital, I spent only 10 days and I paid 350K. Where am I getting the money from?
I was going to
NHIS.
ask that question.
NHIS is so useless, especially in Unit. I don't even know. Like, now to take blood transfusion, now you need like 100K for just 1 pint. Before it was like 50K, but now I know that it has increased to like 100K because they will ask you to do this, ask you to do that, have to pay for this. Before you even pay for the person that won't donate blood, before they used to donate free blood, but now people would not want to donate. They'll tell you it's 20K to donate a blood.
Let's in a week. What's the cost of your medication for a week?
Because I work and school, and most of the time I try my best not to break down at work. So sometimes I buy injections to cope with the pain. In a week or more than 15 to 20K goes away for drugs. So.
That's a lot in this kind of economy.
And that is me managing.
That is you.
That's me managing because in a day, let's say I'm working, I was working as a chef for this lady before, and the job is kind of very tedious for someone like me. So I fall into crisis a lot. And so I cannot let her business suffer because of my crisis. So there's someone that sells drugs to me. Maybe that day I was extremely stressed. Nothing less than 6K I've used to buy drug. Just to make sure that I'm able to stay and walk my beats.
At this point, we can only hope for help to come. I trust that help is going to come. All right? Okay. Just keep your hope alive. Just a few questions and you'll be done. All right?
No problem.
So, what advice would you give to young people out there who wants to get married and do not want to consider their genotype?
First of all, if you don't want to consider your genotype, you consider your finances. Because it's money. It's money. It's a lot of money, and you consider your mental health too, because you yourself, it's not just the child that will go through hell if you are a caring parent that actually loves your child, you too will go through hell.
Yeah.
Because you would literally not see your house in 3 months.
Yeah.
You will always be in the hospital with that child.
Mm.
In fact, I think it should be normalized that even before you and the boy start saying talking stage, the first introduction should be, oh, my name is this, my name is that, please, what's your genotype? Because that way you will know whether, as people are talking in the talking stage,
Yeah.
you will know whether, okay, this talking stage is what's going through with, or this talking stage is what dying down and being friends.
Yeah.
Because I understand that people catch feeling. That's why I'm like, I cannot say, oh, two people that met each other and they have been talking and they're falling. I know that shit is hard, that you cannot just let the person go. So why don't you just normalize it, make it part of your, it's not as if you are, it just make it part of your conversation.
Yeah.
Like, hi, I'm this and that and that. My genotype is this. What's your genotype?
Mm.
From there, you will know whether to stay away from this person in that aspect or to get closer to this person, because it will help cope heartbreak, to help your mental health. At least you will know what you are doing. You will know your left from your right. You
Yeah.
will know who not to fall for and who not to fall for.
So it's your head. Use your head,
Use
not
your
your
head at the
heart.
beginning
Yes.
first.
Use your head at the
Beginning
beginning.
first, so that you avoid any matters of the heart that will hurt you.
Later we involve the heart.
To the time you involve the
Very
heart.
beautiful. So let's talk to some persons out there who are in the same condition as you are. There's probably somebody right now who is sitting in a room about to commit suicide. Remember,
Well,
God literally saved you from the same thing. What would you say to that person?
well, for one, I okay, I have a lot of things to say. Well, let me start with one. Communication is key in the kind of sickness we have. The reason why communication is key is because there's nothing you want to do. There is nothing you want to do. You feel like committing suicide. But what had helped me through, even till yesterday, I broke down in the middle of the week because I was so tired. I called my friend and I broke down. I started crying, talking to my friend. Have people you can call, have people you can talk to.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with people that you can always talk to, that you are free around. Because it's one thing to have the thought, it's one thing to talk about it. Having a thought and not seeing it is an issue. Having a thought and talking about it, it's in a way it lets you get rid of that thought, because somebody else will input their own thought into your mind and be like, calm down, I understand this. Yeah, you talk to somebody, you consult other people. You cannot, because I notice a lot of sickle cell have this bad habit of doing, I want to be alone, I want to be alone. That's what kills you faster.
Yes.
Being alone kills you faster. If you can surround yourself with people, I know it's not easy to make friends, but make friends. Like yesterday, my neighbor was like with me. I was telling her, Debbie, do you know how depressed I am? I'm so depressed. I feel like buying myself that. She was not like, are you okay? You mad? What's wrong with you? Like it feels like a joke, but me saying it in that joking form, and she just started saying, we started laughing and playing. I'll forget. But
So
you
being
keep
around people and
people,
talking to people helps
people
your mental health.
helps your mental health.
Yeah.
If you're alone, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. At some point, devil will push you.
Yeah.
You're going to do something stupid.
Yes.
So surround yourself with people. Then another thing that kills sickle cell people is jealousy. I understand. We are weak, so we cannot do most things that other people do. But I know that it's not everybody that have a strong heart like me.
Yeah.
But push yourself to your limit sometimes. Don't let your sickness dictate who or what you should be. Like me, I'm in Red Cross. I'm an active person. I do a lot of the kind of I've worked for Bovita, door to door sales, trek long distance. I've done a lot of jobs that someone like me should not phantom of doing, like at all.
Yeah.
And I found out that when I'm doing those jobs, I don't fall sick. I get pain, I have crisis and everything, but I don't fall sick. It's sometimes it's your mind.
Okay.
you can train your mind to be strong. Your body somehow aligns with you. I
True.
worked for this woman where I was working as a chef
Mm.
for 8 months. I stopped working for her because she's moving to a place that's far from me. I can't keep up with the transport fare. The money won't be worth it. That's why I stopped. I worked for her that 8 months. I didn't go to the hospital.
Mm.
There are times where I had crisis. I had to go to the hospital. But I never, till I quit, I never missed any day of work. I was able to finish, follow it through.
Mm.
It's not going to be easy. You're going
Yes.
to get weak. But
Yes.
sometimes leave your comfort zone
Yeah. Yeah.
because you just sitting down there and saying, I beg, I'm sickle cell, I'm weak. There's nothing I can do with myself. Also adds to your death sentence.
All right.
And
Let's talk to our parents a little bit now.
okay, our parents,
Yeah.
please stop over pampering your sickle cell children.
Huh.
It's in the reason why I'm not angry with my dad that much for the negligence and the not caring for me is because if he had actually cared for me for like the way other people care for their sickle cell children, I won't be this strong.
Hmm.
I'll be lazy. I would feel entitled. One problem sickle cell people have is entitlement and over validation.
Yeah.
Yes, you are sick. Yes, you are weak, but that does not mean that you should be entitled or you should have bad character.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's talk to our communities out there that should be helping. What do you want to say on behalf? You are speaking on behalf of thousands of sickle cell patients out there.
Let me just finish with the parents first because
Oh, share me as my
it's
advice.
very, very important because I have
Okay.
seen a lot of sickle cell people that's supposed to be amazing in life and
Yeah.
everything. What brings them down is their bad character, and what brings that bad character is their parents.
Okay.
Yes, your child is a sickle cell child. Yes, your child is weak and everything. That does not mean you should pamper the nonsense and the living day out of them.
Mm.
Treat them like normal human beings.
Mm.
They are normal human beings,
Yeah.
despite there are some things that they cannot do, yes, but that does not mean you should just, oh, don't wash your clothes. Oh, lie down. Oh, don't lift your hand. You are basically raising a nuisance to the society,
Mm.
whether you realize it or not. That person becomes a nuisance. They are not able to think for themselves. They are not able to fend for themselves. Before this, my friend died. She was asking, please, oh, how do you people walk?
Mm.
I don't understand the concept of this working. It looks hard because all her life they have been pampering
Pampering
her. So
her.
she does not really know what the real world looks
Looks like.
like. Even if she goes to the real world, she will have difficulty adjusting because almost she has been pampered.
So we are telling our parents to not
Mm,
exclude,
don't exclude them
don't
for
exclude
anything.
them
If they
from
want to play
real
ball,
world.
let them play the ball. Let the
Yeah.
crisis come.
Yeah.
Treat them.
Yeah.
If they want to carry something heavy, let them carry it, but have limits to it. Like try and put the pampering and the just minimize
Balance
it,
it.
balance it.
Yes.
Pamper your child, but don't pamper them to be spoiled.
Mm.
Because I've talked to a lot of people, and every single time they give me, I've met sickle cell. They're usually rude.
Mm.
They're usually entitled. They don't know how to talk. They have bad character.
Mm.
And I understand why. It's because of the pampering.
All right. So, what do you have to say to communities out there that can help? What do you want to say?
Um, okay, communities out there that can help. I understand that a lot of communities are out there that can help people like us. But one thing I usually don't understand is when somebody really, really needs it and they go to meet them, they'll tell you things like, oh, we have other priorities, we can't help you, go somewhere else. Where do you want them to go to?
Yeah.
I understand that, okay, yes, you have other people, but instead of you turning them away, why don't you find a solution or work with them to find a solution?
Mm.
I have two organizations like that that I was reaching out to. They all turned me down, and I was almost dying. I was at 9%,
Mm.
and I'm asking for help, and you're telling me that um no, I can't help you. You have the platform, you have everything, but you don't want to help. I don't understand. Then why? Who exactly are you helping? I was so desperate that I offered for her to call my doctor, to talk to anybody, just like see that I actually need this thing. He was just like, I beg, no, I don't get it. But what I'm just saying is, please, you both should try to be reading your emails, your messages, and to check. Try and actually go through those people's stories. At least, if I know that you can't do it all, but have people that go through your mails,
Mm.
because you guys will be like, oh, send us mail, do this. But when people do send you mail, you people don't reply, you people don't send any message back. It's annoying. It's almost like you are just there for cloud sake.
Do you have certain organizations in mind that you're talking to right now?
I'm talking to any NGO that's related to sickle cell or any health organization. There are a lot. I have messaged a lot, and I have never once gotten a reply. They don't even try to even. I doubt they even see your messages. Like, what is the need of running a community like that when you know that you cannot actually get through to everybody that needs your help? I know that, yes, sometimes resources might be not available, but do you know that when someone asks for a help, it's better when you are able to tell them that, oh,
I can't help.
I can't help you, but
But
we'll see what we can do.
yeah,
We'll keep you in the loop. Or if you have an idea,
yes.
communicate it to us. We'll see how we can work together to get you that help. You might not necessarily be the one to do everything. You can just advocate. Is there something you want?
Mm.
Okay, you have a platform. The person has issues for help. It's related to money. Okay, I have a social media platform. We can just post about it and see, maybe people would like to help you.
Okay.
You don't have to do it yourself. You don't have to bring your personal money. Just the fact of you replying will give that person like a sense of hope that, okay, there's somebody that's actually listening.
Yes.
Because that's why you are there. You might not be, the truth is that you will not be able to help everybody in the world. I
True.
understand that fact. But at least give people that sense of hope. Not that they will message you and they will feel worse than when they did not message you.
All right. So thank you so much for coming.
No
We are
problem.
grateful for your presence here today
No problem.
and for sharing your story to the world. All right. Thank you so much. So you talked about having certain challenges and you needed help. So do you mind sharing your
Yes.
details online so we
Okay.
can display it?
Okay. Like my phone
Like your
number.
phone number, your account details, things like that.
Okay. My phone number 081 52106103.
Okay.
Then my account number, my
Um,
OPay is 90
yes.
32745140.
All right. Thank you so much. So copy that and put it on
No
our
problem.
platform so
Thank you so
you can get
much.
as much help as you can.
No
Once
problem.
again, thank you so much for coming to Tell Them Stories on behalf of the entire community of Tell Them Stories. We want to say thank you for
No
coming.
problem. Thank
To
you
our
so
viewers
much.
out there, if you want to help Annabelle, please feel free to send whatever you have, no matter how small or how big. It will go a long way in keeping someone alive. On behalf of the entire community of Tell Them Stories, we want to say thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, thank you for subscribing, thank you for sharing. All right, thank you for watching as well. We love you so much for that. Until I come your way again, we remain your favorite YouTube channel, Tell Them Stories.